everyone, it's Deb of Peaceful Wellness, and we're doing a card pull today. I posted it a little bit earlier, A, B, or C, and I'm pulling them from my Sound Healing Self-Care Oracle cards. So you can use an instrument if you haven't. You could even use something simple like a wind chime as well too. It doesn't matter, you can use your voice, but it doesn't matter. And they have different categories, and our first one is Graceful Surrender from our Inner Strength and Resilience. So this is the card here. There we go. Don't know if it'll zoom. Here, let's go a little bit closer. There we go. I know it's a little hard to see because of the way the light's shining on, but I'll read it to you. So the suggested instrument use for Graceful Surrender is, and this is our card A, use a soft fading tone like a bowl, a bell, or a chime, and let the sound rise, then fade to silence. And so as we do this, as the sound fades, let go of anything you cannot control. Breathe in peace and breathe out resistance. So we'll do that with our chime. So our inner invitation is, as I set the chime back down, what can I release to find peace? It's something to reflect on. And then our affirmation is, I release with grace and I trust the flow of life. So if you picked card A, Graceful Surrender is your card. And that's what you'll be working on for today or however long. And I created these cards in different categories and different prompts and invitations and reflections, affirmations as well too. So our next one is Mind Like a Mirror. So the suggested instrument use is play a clear, sustained tone on your bowl or tap a bell or chime to mark moments of awareness. And this comes from our clarity and focus category. And so our practice as we do this, and I'll do this little bowl here in just a second here, visualize your mind as a still reflective surface. With each sound, see it becoming clearer. Let thoughts pass like clouds without clinging. So if you picked card B, this is your card. Mind like a mirror, having that stillness coming in. So there we have mind like a mirror. And so the inner invitation is what arises when my mind becomes quiet. What arises for you? Sometimes it's those monkey mind thoughts that come in, or maybe it's, oh, I'm just following my breath here. I'm being with that space of inner peace. And so the affirmation for today with this card, our card B, our clarity and focus, is in stillness, I see clearly. Now, if you joined me this morning for our Vipassana practice, well, that's what we're working with. Vipassana means seeing clearly. And so that's what we do is we quiet, we follow the breath, and what arises, we let it be there without judgment. So that's really a wonderful card for us today, for anyone who chose B in that case. So our C card for today is Open to Guidance. And I already took a peek, and I know we're supposed to work with the third eye today. So this says suggested instrument use, play your bowl near the crown or third eye. So you could either do it by the crown or you could do it with the third eye. And use a clear tone with a pause afterward to listen. Okay? And then the prompt for your practice with this is play the bowl and sit quietly with the resonance. And certainly we're just doing it for a short time here, but if you have a bowl or another instrument that you could use, even a chime on a phone, bowl on a phone, it doesn't matter. As long as you are taking time to step back, right? So play the bowl, sit quietly with the resonance. Invite a sense of openness. Ask for guidance. Listen without expectation. Insight may come as a sensation, emotion, or image. So that's our card today. Open to guidance. So let's do the practice, and then I'll read what the inner invitation and the affirmation is, okay? Let's do that. So I'm going to bring our bowl back out again. And here we go. I'm going to do it at my third eye. So even with that quieter tone and doing it right at the third eye, I could feel my third eye open a little more. And I always like to be with my guidance because it's really important in everything that I do, that I am trusting that source within me to lead me, like leading me in creating these cards, for instance. Some of you have been with me, and I had the first deck last year, Serenity Whispers, and then that was like last summer, and then I did the winter solstice ones, and now we have these sound healing self-care cards, and I have a meditation deck coming up soon as well too. But let's talk about the inner invitation for our guidance. And what message is here for me today? What message is here for me today? What message is here for you today? What are you feeling arising for you right now? Maybe it's something you have been guided to do and you just haven't taken that step just yet. Maybe now it's time to take that step, to follow through on that inspiration that you have. And this is our card C, remember? So maybe all three of these cards are resonating with you today. So our affirmation for this card is, I open to the quiet wisdom within and around me. So pay attention to that wisdom that's there. Your wisdom doesn't shout at you. It's a very quiet, still voice, and it's a voice of peace. It's not a voice that's going to say, get it done now, or anything like that. It's going to speak peacefully to you and encourage you to go about in a quiet manner, in a steady manner, right? In a centered manner. And so A was Graceful Surrender today. That was, I release with grace. I trust the flow of life. Then we did Mind like a mirror, getting that stillness and seeing clearly, just like our Vipassana practice. And in stillness, I see clearly. And that's our clarity and focus. And then our last one was our guidance one, and that comes from our spiritual connection and insight category that we have here. And it's, I open to the quiet wisdom within and around me. So I hope these cards have inspired you today with our card pull. I love to share these with you, and hopefully I'll be able to do that every week. I may go back and forth between these cards and perhaps the Serenity Whispers cards. Not so much Winter Solstice right now. And if you want to get your deck of these cards, you can certainly go to the Peaceful Wellness Institute website, and I'll have that in the description as well. And feel free to buy your copy of these wonderful cards. Beautiful background as well too. And then I'm going to see if the light will kind of zoom in. There we go. We get to see it a little bit. And that's what's up with those cards and the meditation cards. Let me tell you about those that are coming up. They will have scannable QR codes, so it'll take you right to one of my meditations, 8 different categories of meditations. But for today, we were working with a little bit of sound healing, and let's leave you with some beautiful chime today that will take you out into the world as you're being still and surrendering, seeing clearly, and listening to your inner guidance. So I leave you with that, my friends, and I'll put the affirmations in the post as well. So thank you so much for being with me today. And as always, I wish you much peace. Namaste.